All right, y'all. So we starting out with the 7-round liner to do the numbers at the bottom. Then from there we gonna go with the 15 flat mag. You already know we're using this FKI Zion machine with the Ambition battery. We're gonna be running that 8 volts throughout the whole tattoo, 8 volts. But the only time I might switch from 8 volts is on when I do my white at the end. I switch down to about 6 volts. We're gonna do all the numbers with the 7-round liner. We're still at 8 volts. Gonna remain at 8 volts throughout the whole tattoo, like I said, except for the white. Gonna tone it down for that white. Gotta pack it. And by this being a shorter stroke machine, the 3.2, basically I just gotta slow my hand speed down. Get a needle sometime to work in that color or work in this black in the skin versus a 4-stroke and knock that black in like nothing. Moving at a fast hand speed.
You got to have a bot at every someone writes donation for something the bot said.
All right, y'all, switching over 15 curves, straight black. We about to hit the jacket right back here. The pure black first.
It was nice to see that because I work tomorrow.
All right, Max, appreciate you. Get you some rest, bro. Appreciate you hopping in. Hopefully I'll see you next stream.
Check out our YouTube press code. Nice day.
You too, Max, you too. All right, y'all, we're using a 15 flat mag. Packing in this black in the jacket. Like I said, we're gonna stay at 8 volts the whole time with the same machine. Easy in there. You just gotta tap lighter when you run the machine a bit faster. That's it. All right, we're switching over to the medium tone now. I'm about to go and capture underneath that chin, even though I know it's gonna be like really black. I'm just slowly working up my tone. They're just going pure black underneath that chin. Working and building up them tones. I say you want to build it up until you show that's what tone you want it. You're definitely gonna have a lot of black to make this really pop out. So once it heal up, that black gonna hold it together, and it's gonna make it also feel more dark and horror. That give it that horror feel, you know. All right, y'all. This is the 7 curve mag. Still at the 8 volts. We about to structure this chin out a little bit more with pure black. Once it heal up, of course, black gonna hold it together. We going with like that softer feel, not like a hard chin, you know. Ain't really trying to make no line. We're just like slightly shading it. But it's gonna be bold, but also soft. We're dipping the light tone, a little dab into the medium. The chin not really hard over here. This is where the highlights are. So, the highlights on this side of the face, I definitely don't want this like black underneath the chin. You want that to be more soft over there. Also on the side of the face, side of the neck. Make that a little more soft. You gotta remember the light is hitting this side of the face, but it's also bouncing a little off the other side. Most of the shadows are on the other side of the face. So you gotta keep that in mind when you're doing your tones. Make sure you don't put no super darks where the highlights are. All right, y'all, we're using our lightest tone, dip with the water. I want this to be very, very light. A little structure on the side of the mask, basically like shadows. That's basically where they got dents in the mask. It's casting a shadow right there in those areas. But most of this side is completely white. By those dents in the mask being there, it's gonna kind of cast a shadow. You gotta be real careful with these super light tones. I want that to be super soft, not hard at all. The thing about this side of the face, once they heal up, you kind of want it to barely look like it's there. Be some soft little shadow. Most of the dark's gonna be on the other side of the face, but like I said, this is the highlight. So you want this to barely look like it's there. That's why I'm not just using my light tone. I'm using my own light, and I'm dipping it in water to lighten it up even more. And what's surprisingly, I normally use my gray wash set. I guess because it's Michael Myers, I know it's a lot of black. I didn't even worry about using the gray wash set. We're not gonna be using all those tones. Black alone with no shade will definitely hold Michael Myers together, and you're gonna be able to tell it's Michael Myers. All right, now we got the 15 mag. We got a little shadow right here that's way darker. When the actual mask is popping out, I don't know if it's like a little dent in the face right there, but it's definitely dark on the part of the cheekbone. That's what I'm gonna do, darken that part up. That's gonna keep kind of soft. Then don't be afraid to add the darkness. Know what tones you're using and trust your tone. Alright. Sometimes look like you don't got no ink on your needle. So I said trust your tone, just keep brushing across. It's gonna be a light shadow. Just barely there. Brushing across this mask. All come together. Trust your tones, trust your reference. Keep on moving. All come together over time. It ain't done overnight. Well, it's done overnight, but you know, it's all gonna come to you through experience. So with this nose, I'm definitely gonna go in them nostrils first. We know for sure that that is pure black. There's two ways you can approach it. You can either go for the nostrils, structure out all the black, or you can still go in with your light tone and continue to build up. But I know for sure that this is gonna be like some of the darkest parts on the portrait. So I'm gonna go in with some of this black just to structure it out. And then I'm gonna come back with my lighter tone. Got our light tone. Like I said, we put that black right there. We gotta start coming around it with the soft, slowly brushing them in. And since it started getting soft in this area, I automatically started with my light tone. But I'm gonna come back closer around that black and add some medium tones as well. Like I said, you won't be sure. So right now I'm not sure. I'm gonna structure it out where every tone needs to go at first. Then I'm gonna come back and darken it up. About to go and hit some details around this eye. Basically, I guess you could call it the freckles, but like little dents in the mask. That's the shade that we hitting right here. Alright, y'all, we hitting the eyebrow with the 7 curve mag because we want it to be soft. That's why I ain't hitting with no hard liner. Hit it with that hard liner, it's gonna definitely pop off from the face. So you want it to continue to remain part of the mask. You're gonna want to keep it soft. Same thing with a regular face. You want it to look like here. Right here, this one ain't really here, of course, because of the mask. They got a couple of little blocks in it. Trying to give it that hair texture. Alright, same with the hair. Like you did the eyebrows, basically. You try to keep using your mag so you can keep that hair kind of soft. You don't want no hard lines. That don't really got no hard lines. It's soft, unstructurally hard about it. So keep using that mag, structuring the hair out with that mag. Now, if you do tend to use a liner, just make sure you go in like real soft. Don't want to try to make no lines at all. Oh yeah, golden way. That's fine. All right, y'all. I normally do the eyes glass, but like I said, it's a hard portrait. I'm not really tripping on it, and it's all black anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and knock them out. Make sure we saturate this black real good in there. We're gonna do this whole part with our 7 curve mag because we want that to be super saturated as possible. But these eyes are all black, so you want this to be one of the darkest parts of the portrait. Darkest. The eyes are the windows to the soul. This is a dark guy here.
He ain't got no soul. He ain't got no soul.
Right, look. So yep, make sure he's super dark. Take your time with each little piece, make them small circles. Making sure that it's black. Y'all about to see right now what I'm talking about, why I normally save the eyes for last on a real portrait. Because once you do the eyes, that's when they really go to looking like that person. And the portrait starts to tend to feel like it's done in your mind. So I kind of already started training my brain to start doing the eyes completely last. You're going to see with this on Michael Myers, like once you do the eyes, it kind of already be looking done. And that's what explains like why I don't do it on my actual portraits. I always save it for last. But since these eyes are all black, you know, let's say go ahead and do it. That one eye make it look like it's done, you know? Everybody start softening out that forehead. As you come down closer, you know that's where that light gonna start glaring at. You see it gleaming. That light shine off the forehead, especially right here in this corner. We definitely soften up as we go to that corner right there. Alright, so if you have the crosshead, backstroke, whatever you gotta do, slowly build it up. It's all about how you moving your hand. You know, you ain't gotta change the machine speed, voltage, nothing like that. Watch how you moving your hand, make it come together. It's like, you know, it's a pattern. You gotta build up that pattern, that repetition. on that person's skin and how their skin deal with the ink, with the needle, and keep it moving. Most of the time, whatever voltage you start at, that's the voltage you'll stay at throughout the whole tattoo. I used to catch myself changing my voltage up a whole lot, but now I keep it at the same voltage, just change my hand speed. If I want to darken up in a certain area, I slow it down. A little light in a certain area, I speed my hand up. Instead of changing the machine on the speed on the machine. So we don't want to just leave that like super bright spot popping out, so we want to blend in. I'm gonna keep on hitting the light across it real fast to slowly blend it in. But I'm not gonna close in that highlight all the way though. We just want to soften them edges up. Once it heal, it ain't just like no sharp spot. But it's still gonna heal up super light. But what we adding around it is the real light tone. Like you're creating a border around it. You're just softening that border even more. You still see the stencil, but you barely see the shade. Well, you can't. I don't know if you can see it on there. But I can still see the stencil underneath. All right, y'all, we about to use this black, start structuring out this ear. We're gonna move our way into that hair right behind the ear. That's why I'm going straight in with the black. That hair right behind it with structuring that ear out. Remember, the whole tattoo done pretty much with a mag. 15 mag or the 7 curve mag. Only thing we use the liner is the numbers on the bottom. That was a 7 round liner we use standard gauge. All right, y'all, we about to start going up, hitting this hairline. Right behind this ear. You still gotta come back with some medium tone inside the ear. We're gonna make sure I structure out this ear at the top. That hairline. With the fact that I did put some soft shades right there. I don't want to lose the hairline between my shades. So I'm gonna go and structure that out. But starting out as a beginner, you definitely probably want to structure out the hairline just in case you don't disguise it like as in between the shade and lose actually where the stencil at. But the way I work, I rather wipe away my stencil these days. Work from the bottom up. I don't know how some people work from the bottom down, but it's just not my way of doing things. I learned my way early on from wiping away so many stencils. So bottom up it is for me. All right, y'all, back with the 15 on the hair. Pure black, right on that hairline. Gonna give it some textures. For most of it, definitely gonna be black. They're gonna lighten up as it go towards the top of the head. That's where that light shining from, you know? That's how you really get it like as realistic as possible. Try not to give it like highlights where there's really no light at. That's why I try to keep this side dark, keep this side light, and they got light hitting on certain areas. From probably light bouncing from the light on the left side. That's how you try to keep it realistic though. Whereas if this side was light, the dark balancing, like it'll kind of be with that. So you see it really was like one light source. It probably had multiple, but this was the main light source. All right, y'all, I appreciate everybody that tuned into the videos. Hopefully y'all learned something throughout the videos. If y'all have any questions at all, comment it down below. Like the video, run up the like so we can get to other people that might have similar questions that you all might have. But definitely, if y'all feeling the content, y'all liking the content, just hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and yep, I got more videos coming on the way. About to cook up, y'all. Stay tuned.